Hi, ladies and gentlemen. This is Eddie Marcus again. I know I just got through making a post right before I went to bed, and I found myself up early this morning because there were things on my mind that I wanted to speak to. And I'm going to take a few moments and put a post up. I made a few notes, and I'm going to respond to the notes. The order might be a little bit uh, out of sight, but I want to address them anyway. You know, I was thinking about all of the ugly things that's going on in our country. I'm thinking about the big lie. The big lie. Every American know that was a lie. Some have accepted it as being not a lie, but they know it was a lie. And the amazing thing, ladies and gentlemen, is this. The guy who started the lie is still, after all of the damage that has been done, the division between the political parties, the division. I mean, there were already divisions there, but now you got divisions within the political parties, the division within the communities, within the church, the divisions everywhere. And not only that, this guy is still out there spreading gas on these flames with that lie, and the whole darn country knows that reality. Now, I think about it. I'm just thinking about how he can still be out there doing it. And the only thing I can think of is just, I don't want to say white supremacist, even that is a tool that is being used, but it is an operation of evil. That's the only way it can be out there. You know, people do stuff and they get busted. They do some time. They do whatever. But to just get away with it blatant, that means you got some spiritual power behind it. You got what they talk about, we're not fighting with flesh and blood, but principalities. I mean, for that kind of evil to be viewed right in the midst of the people. And it happened several times, and each time that it happened, there were the people who said it's okay. He was impeached twice, and the people said, it's okay, it's okay. And the rest of us had that imposed on us, and we not only have accepted it, we've been drawn to it. The politicians who call this man a devil have been drawn to it. Maryland, the Department of Justice, Mr. Garland. I mean, I realize he's an old man, but darn, is he a white supremacist? I mean, why is this guy still out there? I mean, can't you see? We know that they're saying over 700 people who participated in that insurrection on January the 6th. I heard someone say about 30, maybe a more, a few more, have been arrested or been punished. The rest of them, and you know, my friends, if it were blacks who participated in that and caused that insurrection, more than 30 of us would have been killed on that day, shot down by cops, by even the cops at the of the Capitol. I'm sure would have been shot down by National Guards. More than 30 of us had that been us. Now it's bigger than white supremacy. White supremacy is a tool used, but it's an expression of evil. And the supreme lawmaker, or the one law enforcer, the sheriff, seems like he's doing nothing. When you do something, it's too late. Whatever it is something that allows the perpetuation of what's been going on to continue. Now the people in America are using the law to deny people the right to vote. They're saying voting is you having a voice. Get up and say something. Get up and say something. Say something. Go vote. And you got people saying, no, no, we're going to make sure we gerrymander you out, and whatever you got to say don't matter that much. And if whatever we can do to keep you from voting, we're going to do that. In this country, what the hell is this we're living in, ladies and gentlemen? What is this we're faking? And now they're going to say they spreaded the lie about an election stolen. So even though they couldn't take that election, they're staging it so they can take any election in the future. Now, with that, who is going to expect that anybody's going to accept anything that comes through that process? And what can you do to knock that process? I mean, what can you do to tear that process down? To reinstate the process that you originally had? That how is it going to stand on a lie that has been allowed to perpetrate this society for as long as it has? So how do you deal with that? I guarantee you this. I guarantee you evil will not give you an answer. I guarantee you evil will not give you an answer. Evil will tell you to go ahead on and trust. They'll tell you to trust but verify when they know they're going to have it set up, so verification don't mean a darn thing. But evil, but I tell you what, the answer is really simple. The answer is really simple. When it comes down to those things that involves or addresses the concerns of human beings, ladies and gentlemen, when it comes to that which addresses the concerns of human beings, and those concerns being satisfied by some of the resources that have been given externally from man by only the power that can give it, the power of creation. When I'm saying that human beings will benefit from something that they did not make themselves, something that they did not create themselves, then the benefit of that which is utilized is to benefit every human being on the face of the earth. And every human being on the face of the earth should acknowledge that. And any human being that can't acknowledge that should know that they are actually denying themselves. Now, to further that, every human being that's benefiting from those resources, which at one point or another would include every individual on the earth. And since you're going to benefit from it, then you should participate in the process of its manifestation in the reservoir of goods and services. So that means you take the gifts that you got, engage it in a career of your own choosing, a career that gives you your greatest joy. So every time you do something, you like making love to your work. And everything that you're doing is creating in that reservoir enough goods and services to meet every need, every want, every desire of the individual people in such a way that it produces peace and prosperity, freedom and joy, and the fulfillment of your dreams, never having to worry about housing and food and clothing, education and healthcare and a career and transportation. All of that stuff is met. You never have to lie. You never have to cheat. You never have to steal. You never have to hate. You never have to be a racist. You never have to be a bigot. You never have to get a gun and think about killing no one. I mean, that's our choice. All we have to do is recognize that democracy is not the answer. Capitalism is not the answer. Communism is not the answer. Socialism is not the answer. Blackism is not the answer. Whiteism is not the answer. Manism is not the answer. Womanism is not the answer. Godism is the answer. And what is that? Simply respecting, doggone it, that is a power outside of existence that we can't identify, that is responsible for existence. And it is the duty of existence to respect those that can and will. that power, by allowing that power to be expressive in our lives as human beings, knowing the same kind of love that we require for ourselves from God is the same kind of love that everybody else is requiring. And anything that we do would have to facilitate that, for it is the love of God in us that is being expressed through us. And what we have in our society today, what we have happening in Ukraine through that evil monster called Russia over there, or Putin, or whatever is allowing that to happen, whatever tool that is being used for evil to express itself on those people. And we so caught up in evil, the rest of the world, is that we are paralyzed, don't know what to do. And one of the most evil voices in our country is praising that evil act and stating to us that under his authority, we would be able to out evil that. Ain't that something? And that's a lie. So, considering all that we have to deal with, when it comes down to this voting stuff in the future, my recommendation is that we have a mandate. Mandate those things that are essential. And what are those things that are essential? I just got through articulating them. Rewind it, play it back till you can get what I'm saying. And it expresses itself in such a way that it addresses the concerns of you and every last one of you. And on the outcome of it, you are blessed, except unless you want to be boss. God is boss. You can come on down off that stand. Well, a mandate, ladies and gentlemen, that means it doesn't matter who is in office. It doesn't matter what's in office. The expressions of policies within this government will reflect and respond in the order we just mandated. And nothing else is accepted. Well, we'll talk about that later. I want to thank you so very much for listening to me this early morning. Until next time, goodbye.